Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. This video is going to be a initiative video, I guess you could call it. It's designed to give players spirit and positive reinforcement, and I'm going to name it "Stick with It." The overall theme of this video is going to be, if you run unique decks or decks that are generally accepted as bad, but they really aren't, then this is geared towards you. For example, I run a 60 card gadget. Any gadget in this meta over 45 cards is considered bad. And if it's not mocking gadgets, it's also considered too slow. Both of which are false. A 60 card gadget without Machinas is possible and is devastating in this meta. I'm going to use two examples. The first example is going to be me. When I started running a 60 card gadget deck, everybody gave me hate about it. They're like, oh, that deck is way too big, there's no way it'll work, blah, 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 blah. And just on and on and on. All I got was hate. On Pojo, on Yu-Gi-Oh forums, from people at my locals, anywhere. And I started running at locals and topping over and over and over and over, and I kept topping. And I would put tournament reports up on Pojo and Yu-Gi-Oh forums, stuff like that, and they would tell me, well, these are fake, there's no way they're real, blah, 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 blah. Flaming, spamming, etc. And then, all the people in my locals would be like, well, you just got lucky, or this or that, or this or that. And so eventually, I said, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm going to take this to regionals. And for 3 consecutive regionals, I topped. Top 32, top 32, top 24. The first time, I took 26th place. Second time, I took 32nd place. And the last time, I took 18th. I took 18th. This is the last regionals on the 4th. So I proved a 60 card deck can fight in this format and still win. The second example I'm going to use is my friend's deck. He runs how would I describe it? I guess you could describe it as anti-meta. Basically, his deck is meant to shut down everything unless he's doing it. Divine Wrath, Solemn Warnings, all that stuff, just shut down anything the opponent tries to do, and then he plays his cards and wrecks your face, basically. So I don't know what you call it, but for a while, it wasn't working very well, because X-Sabers were too fast. But this format, he actually played with that regionals, and he went X3 with it, and it did really well. He lost to a Burn deck, a Helpless Dragon, and a Removal, which isn't bad losses. I mean, for his deck, it's not a bad loss at all. But the fact that was his first regionals ever, and he placed X3 with it, shows that it wasn't a bad deck. In fact, if you tune it a little bit, it could be a really good deck, and you could go X2 or X1 with it possibly. But everybody told him when he built it and started playing it, that deck's horrible. That deck won't be able to do anything. If you take it to regionals, you'll get slaughtered. Blah 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 blah. He got 41st, I think, going X and 3. So it was a really good deck. This video, I want to say, if you run a deck or decks and people tell you it's a horrible idea, it's a bad deck, whatever, don't listen to them. I mean, if you think it's bad in the end, then change it. But if you think it's good, keep it that way. That way, no matter what happens, you'll be happy about your deck, and you won't have to worry about that you changed it for someone else's opinion. Now, getting opinions from your local pros isn't bad, but doing everything they say about your deck, they don't know your deck. You know your deck. So remember that. Basically, stick with it, stick to your guns, and keep playing hard. And that's literally how I got my gadgets to where they are now. I mean, it wasn't easy. Building a 60 card gadget that can keep up with all the other decks was not easy, but I did it. And it does it really well now. So just stick to it, find what works, and use it. So in short, don't give up just because someone else says your deck is bad. I'm the Gadget Guru, and I'll catch y'all later.